Buddy. I've had him for, gosh, 8 years now. Buddy was a gift to me from my dad. I think it was maybe Dad's way of saying, well, here's that one last thing, you know, that I can give you before I go. He's been my best friend. And I know it's kind of weird, but I don't know, Buddy reminds me of him just because he was, you know, he was there with Dad before he was gone. The dog's love is unconditional. They're always there to you know, kind of support you, and just, they're always happy to see you. When I go to coffee, he'll sit outside the shop and we'll just, you know, we're kind of like, he's kind of like a boyfriend. He's just a really good companion, so I don't go anywhere without him. I started noticing some behavior changes in Buddy. He's always been really energetic and, you know, athletic, and he just wasn't himself at all. So I got worried and I took him for his checkup at the vet. And the vet said that it was liver cancer, terminal liver cancer, and that there wasn't really anything they could do for him. Basically, he said I could just take him home and comfort him and wait for him to die, or we could put him down. That would be the most humane thing to do. I was devastated. You know, I told the veterinarian, I said, I'm not gonna kill my dog. I ran across this book by Dr. Shawn. It was so inspirational, and I thought, well, what do Buddy and I have to lose?
She read one of my books and learned about alternative therapies and decided, look, I've got nothing to lose, let's give it a try. I see so many cases that are not being solved correctly. I see cases that aren't responding to conventional therapies, and I see cases for which there is no conventional therapy. My approach when people come to my office is to say, look, I know things may seem bad, but looks may be deceiving. Maybe there is some hope down there. Let's work together to try to find what's going to be best for your pet. Melissa had been to her veterinarian who told her that Buddy had liver cancer. And the prognosis for pets with liver cancer is not very good. They have just literally a few weeks to live. So he told Melissa the bad news was that Buddy was not going to be with us much longer. Basically, take him, go home and enjoy him, but you're going to have to come back very shortly and euthanize him. And no owner wants to hear that, and certainly Melissa didn't want to hear that either when her pet seemed to be in pretty good shape. He still hasn't really diagnosed cancer. He thinks it's cancer, but without a biopsy, you can't say that for sure. Very often we get a diagnosis that just doesn't really fit the picture the owner's telling me. Was this tumor that Buddy had malignant, in which case the prognosis was not going to be very good, or maybe there was some hope because he had a different disease. Really? Most pets with liver tumors do have cancer, but enough don't to where this may not be as hopeless as he made it seem. There may be something we can do, so we need to schedule an ultrasound for him. Okay. And if that shows he doesn't have cancer, that's good. It's not great, but it's good. So forget the euthanasia. Okay, we'll deal with that maybe if we need to when the time comes for that. Okay. All right.
God, it was so refreshing. Because I had gone to all these doctors and they had said the complete opposite.
He does have a liver tumor, but the good news is it's benign, not malignant. Now he still has a long road ahead of him, but the prognosis is better. So this case is very typical of one I see where often I'm dealing with a misdiagnosis. And the good news is the misdiagnosis turned out to be in Buddy's favor. So we did surgery on Buddy and got that tumor out of there. But we know that there's the potential for his liver to develop tumors because they already did one time. So we wanted to try to do our best to prevent or at least minimize more tumors coming back. And that's where we use the alternative approach. We use some herbs, some other nutritional supplements, change his diet, change his vaccination protocol. And all of these things are designed to keep his liver and the rest of his body as healthy as possible, so hopefully Melissa won't have to go through this devastating problem again. The good news is ultrasound we did today. Everything looks really good. There's no more tumors, so you've been doing a good job. He's doing great. We're going to repeat that in 3 months. If that looks good, and I expect it will, then just twice a year we're going to see you, and then you just keep doing what you're doing. So you're doing a good job.
Thank you so
much. Oh, you're welcome. You've been a good client. Very good. You've been good too. Huh?
I know that Buddy is getting better. I can see it in everything that he does. I know my dog. I've lived with him for so long.
Either you have to accept despair and bad news, or you can say, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do some research on my own and find someone who can help me facilitate this healing, because there really can be hope for those hopeless cases.
can't express enough how happy I am and so grateful to Dr. Shawn for not only helping Buddy, but for showing me that there's hope. Buddy's my best friend in the whole world.